Stop scrolling for a second and ask yourself one brutal question. If your life does not change in the next 5 years, whose fault will it be? You spend your days complaining about where you are, yet you willingly surrender 4 hours every single night to aimless scrolling, cheap dopamine, and meaningless distractions. You claim you want success. You claim you want financial freedom, self-respect, and a life of impact. But if someone were to look only at your actions instead of your words, they would see a person who has surrendered to comfort. Your daily habits are constantly testifying against your dreams. Listen to me very carefully. The absolute brutal reality of life is this: no one is coming to save you. There is no magical event waiting for you around the corner. No one is going to knock on your door, hand you a blueprint for your future, wake you up early, or force you to do the uncomfortable work required to build something real. The rescue team is not coming. If you do not roll up your sleeves and rebuild your own reality, it will simply remain broken. We live in an age designed to make you weak. Society rewards comfort, instant gratification, and continuous escape. It is incredibly easy to make excuses. It is easy to blame your upbringing, your environment, the economy, or the people who failed to support you. Blaming others feels safe because it absolves you of responsibility. Mediocrity is warm, familiar, and comfortable, which is precisely why 99% of people remain trapped in it for their entire lives. If you demand extraordinary outcomes, you must willingly embrace extraordinary discomfort. Self-discipline is not self-punishment. True discipline is the highest, most authentic form of self-love. It is looking at your future self 5 years down the road and saying, "I care about you too much to leave you broke, weak, and filled with regret." Stop waiting for motivation to strike. Motivation is nothing more than an unreliable emotion, fluctuating wildly based on your mood, the weather, or how well you slept. If you only work when you feel inspired, you will never build anything lasting. Discipline is a non-negotiable commitment. You show up and execute when you are full of energy, and you show up and execute when you are exhausted, discouraged, and utterly devoid of desire. When your mind screams at you to stop, you have only tapped into 40% of your true capacity. The human mind is hardwired to protect you from effort and stress. You must learn to override that voice. Push past the initial fatigue. Embrace the isolation. Whisper. Learn to fall deeply in love with the unglamorous, monotonous grind that no one will ever see or applaud. Give yourself 6 months of absolute, unbroken, laser-focused dedication. Disappear from the noise. Quit seeking cheap validation from people who are comfortable being average. Silence is your greatest asset. Do not waste your precious energy explaining your ambitions or arguing with critics. Let your consistency construct the reality, and let your final results shatter their doubts. Look closely at your life right now. Everything you currently experience is the direct mathematical result of the choices you made over the past 3 years. If you dislike your current destination, stop repeating the same decisions. Change your inputs starting today. Wake up every single morning with an unquestionable sense of purpose. Train your mind to dominate your temporary emotions. When fatigue sets in, learn to rest, recover, and recalibrate, but never step back from the fight. Construct your daily routine with such precision that excuses literally find no space to exist. Keep building in private. Stack small, daily victories consistently over time. Quiet, relentless work creates an undeniable force. Your time is coming. If this message challenged your mindset today, break the cycle immediately. Do not slip back into passive habits. Subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below declaring your primary goal for this month, and click on the recommended video on your screen to keep your mind locked on growth. Your new chapter begins right now.